So, Indiana.
Indiana, still Indiana. Well, let me say this about that. I am thrilled for that pizzeria people. They've got, they're giving them like $1 million or close to $1 million that they had all the problems after they said that they wouldn't serve a gay wedding. I love that. They won the evangelical lottery. Who knew? They won't even have to have pizza anymore. They can just, they've just got that much money. But a word of advice, though, for the, because you know that somewhere in Indiana there is some hairy-legged liberal who is thinking how he can come out and say that he's not going to serve an evangelical wedding from his, vegan-only restaurant. I can tell him this is not going to work for him for two reasons. Number one, you have to understand that with evangelicals, they're used to passing a plate. And so they're used to doing that. And on the progressive side, your people are not going to, they're going to be very sympathetic if you say that you're not going to serve, tofu tacos at a Southern Baptist wedding. But they're not going to give you money because that could reduce the amount of money they can give to PETA or that animal rescue thing that Sarah McLachlan. Oh my God! You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about. So they're not, they're not going to give you money because it's my distinct opinion that maybe not the majority, but a significant percentage of the left hand of the spectrum, they actually like animals better than they do people. Hence, PETA. And I'm not judging on that because if you ask me who my 10 favorite people on the planet are, 2 of them would be Eddie and Wallace. So, Eddie and Wallace are the Maltese. So, so that's not going to work for you. Now, however, what I will say though is that it would really be kind of fabulous for some of the evangelical weddings in Indiana if they were to actually serve pizza, ironically, because it would add a dash of flavor. Because if you ever been to evangelical Southern Baptist style weddings,
Yes.
there's
no bar.
Well, there's no bar. There's like the wedding cake, because they have no problem. There's always Christian bakers apparently everywhere. Christian bakers will make your white wedding cake. There's going to be a chocolate groom's cake because boys like chocolate. And other than that, there's not going to be anything but pillaments and mixed nuts. So pizza served ironically would be a good move. Be thankful that that it was a pizzeria rather than like a true caterer or a seafood merchant or something like that, because I really don't think you can serve salmon ironically, but you could serve pizza ironically. The only other thing, and on the reverse side of that, for same-sex marriages, because if you wanted to do an ironic evangelical style wedding, I just gave you the menu. It's a lot cheaper. No salmon, no capers, no anything. Just that you'll have to have the open bar because I know my peeps, and they will tar and feather you if you don't have an open bar. But you could punch that up, because the other thing that is standard at an evangelical wedding is those sherbet punches.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Which, the thing I remember about sherbet punches, this may be hard to believe, but I actually used to do, because I played the piano and the organ back in the day. No jokes about playing the organ, none. So I did my fair share of Southern Baptist weddings, and they had that sherbet punch, which gets foamy. And you drink it out of those, you drink it out of little punch cups, and then you have to be careful because it's foamy all over your lip. But I think that it would be fun at a gay wedding if they served sherbet punch, ironically, and then and then poured like, I don't know, a fifth of vodka. And, that would be good. And now it should be, but I will say this about that: it should be cheap vodka. You don't need to be wasting your Grey Goose on that. You're not going to impress,
Bottom shelf.
impress anybody. So just use cheap vodka, put it in the punch, and see, now I have given the best I can do for this ongoing problem with Indiana, since everybody didn't listen to my advice last week about how to get through all of this, or at least some of them didn't. How you can punch up your evangelical wedding with some irony with the pizza, and the gay folks can have some irony with their sherbet punch, and there again, you're both going to end up just a little more fabulous than you were before. And that's what it's all about, just being a little more fabulous.